Hi everyone, this is Dave, Salty Cat Gaming. In today's episode, we're playing Aliens by Gale Force 9. Another glorious day in the corpse. This is your type of game where it's a board game, incorporates miniatures, going through a narrative quest. There's 3 linked narratives that come in the box set, as well as a couple additional narratives. For example, if your troops are captured, there's one to go rescue them, things like that. So we're going to play the linked 3 gradually, see how it goes. If one of my named characters get captured, we'll address that then, playing one of the side quests to rescue them. In this first quest, the game's based off the movies. So in this first quest, we're entering the medical facility where all the I always want to call them miners, but they're there to rehab the planet, make it livable and breathable in that big facility in the Aliens movie. So we're coming in initially, and we're looking for Newt. We know Newt's around, so our whole goal is to find Newt and get out before the aliens kill us. And I have to reach the exit with Newt and with 2 of the characters. I'll be playing all 6 named characters, and if a named character dies, then next time I'll have to flip their board, and they'll become kind of a generic version of themselves. So it's just like Trooper A or whatever. Depending on how long the narrative missions take, this game has 2 expansions coming out. They have one that's going to add more characters, so from the movie. So if that happens before we get too far, all the way through, I will paint them up and add them in, especially if I kill off some characters. Then they also have the expansion coming where you fight the Queen. I'm assuming that will just add 1 or 2 more narrative missions to the end, so we may end up playing 5 if it comes out in time, or if not, we'll do 3 and then 2 later. So let's play the game and take a look at the board. So here we have the board. I think it's Hadley's Hope. I think that's how you say it. The facility, so you can see where we have the layout. We have one computer here, which if I interact with it, I can look at blips. And one of these 4 blips is where Newt's at. And then these are spawn points for aliens, and then there's 2 blips on the map already of aliens. So we'll have to deal with those. The rest won't come in until turn 3. And when they do come in, they come in a lot. They'll come in very, very quickly, just like the movies. Over here is all the characters arranged. We don't have Newt yet. We'll get her as a character as soon as we find her. And then, but you have Corporal Dwayne Hicks, you have Hudson, you have Vasquez, Rico Frosty Frost, Gorman, and Ripley. So I tried to equip them as close to the game as I could, because you can choose whatever equipment you want starting, but it may vary a bit. For example, there's nothing really like Gorman, there's nothing really to give him that really matches what he had, except like the pistol, and I don't know, it just seemed kind of, he didn't have anything very specific, so I went ahead and gave him a pulse rifle with grenades. Frosty has the flamethrower, Vasquez has the smart gun, Hudson has both the motion tracker and the pulse rifle like he did in the movie, Hicks has this shotgun and pulse rifle, and then Ripley, even though in the movie she didn't have it, she has a bunch of equipment. I'm starting off here with her. I kind of was tempted to make it more like the movie where she didn't have anything coming in here, but aliens are vicious beasts, and I need all the help I can get. And then we have a ton of the xenomorphs. All right, so turn 1, each character gets 2 actions each turn, and there's a huge list of different things they can do. And then I have to be sensitive that Newt will run away from the Marines. So round 1, and how we're going to do this is normally the game you pick the highest rank character, which would be Lieutenant Scott Gorman. They would go first, or they would pick who would go first, and then you'd go around the table to your left. So you get a little variability on how you want to do it each turn. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a character, and then we're going to go in a circle around, I guess, left. So we'll simulate that this is the layout if I had 6 people here playing. So Ripley is going to go first, and we're just going to do a dual movement. Her movement is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this door is going to open the minute I sit here, or the minute I get here. So these blips will be revealed. So that's not it. So I'll come over here. So that's her. So replace that with her. And then we'll approach her. I can't interact with her yet because it takes an action to do it, and I've already spent 2 actions to move. So that's good. Really surprising that we found her right away. Very lucky that Ripley just knew where she was at, pretty much. Hudson, normally I'd take him here to kind of start revealing blips, but what I really want to do is just start prepping for the aliens arriving, and so what that means is I need to get a lot of cards in my hand, because each character will have cards, and then they can spend the cards for the weapons. So I need lots and lots of cards. I think for now, because they can come in for 3 or 1, so I kind of want to make sure I got everything covered, but they'll come in for another round. So I'll be able to, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to get her over here, but if not, I still need someone to cover. So we'll have actually it's not Vasquez, I'm going to my left. It'll be Hicks. Hicks, you're just going to move 2 here. Oh, and I haven't been taking, they have different actions that they do whenever they activate. So Hicks, he can draw an endurance card. So I got a hazard, which is unfortunate. So put this card in your character. Each time the character activates, exhaust 2 cards. So I gain -1 on all my attacks. So he's all of a sudden very upset for no reason at all. And I have no cards to exhaust. So that's great. I'm assuming if I don't have any cards to exhaust, he just sits there. Or I mean, he just gets the -1 continuously. So he moved. He normally would draw an endurance card, so that's what he got. And then he's gonna rest, so he'll draw 2. He's pretty much worthless now because every time he activates, yeah, he is pretty much worthless. So I think I'm going to change what I'm going to do with him just a bit because of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not too worried about these aliens because even if the most they're going to move is 6, so they're going to get up here. But I think I'm going to have him come up and at least start spending cards to barricade that door. It doesn't look like Blinding Rage ever goes away. Yeah, it's too bad. There might be another card I can play that would get rid of it, but we'll have to see if this ever comes up. All right, so he's done. So next is Hudson. Hudson's really good at tech. I don't really need to weld these doors shut. It would be, you know what we should do with him? He really needs to start just getting cards. So I do get to reveal a card at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to have him come here, and then I'm going to draw 2 cards for him. So he got 2 flares. And then at the end of the activation, I draw another card. And if it's a yellow, which it is, I then put that card in my hand. So, great. He's got 3 cards. Vasquez. Vasquez is going to move 4. Just to kind of help cover this area. And then she's going to do a rest action and draw 2 cards. So I got a pistol and an event card I can play, which I'm really hoping maybe I can get something that gets rid of Blinding Rage. And at the end of her turn, she draws another card. It's blue, so this will go back at the bottom. And then she gets a free aim action, which I'm not going to increase this because since aliens aren't... Oh, I guess those aliens could show up, but I don't think it's... Well, we'll increase it. So it just, her dial goes up. And her dial, she can spend it for shooting, and it's also her success to shoot. Frosty. Frosty, you move 2 spaces upon activation. So we're going to have you move here. And then we're going to have you move an additional 3 here, and then draw 2 cards. Have you do a rest action. Which you drew a pulse rifle. There's just equipment laying around everywhere. Gorman, you can recycle. End of activation, you draw 2 endurance already. So I can have him. I can spend cards to make other characters go. I'm going to have him move here. And then he's going to rest, so he draws 2 cards. Please tell me something I can get. Well, ever been mistaken for a man will help. That's this other card. Because that'll let me activate Hicks without worrying about his Blinding Rage. Basically, he's ordering Hicks. And at the end of the turn, I draw... great. So I also have Do It Fast, which will let me activate Hicks without that. Encumbrance. Oh, this is what I need. So we're going to play this. We're going to play Just Deal With It, which will let me take Blinding Rage off of Hicks. And then... what do I do with it? Discard a card from the top of the endurance deck. So we have to discard. Discard's bad because it removes the card from the game. And then to shuffle into the exhaust pile. Okay, so then this goes into here. Actually, these just go like this. And then we're just going to put... this just goes into... discard? Into the exhaust pile. Okay, so then Blinding Rage just goes here. So at least I don't have to deal with it for now. That's fantastic. That was a really lucky move. Okay, so turn one. Now we go to aliens. We go to blips first. So let's see how far the blips move. 3. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's no aliens on the board, and I don't draw one of these yet because it's still turn 1. So turn 2. So we're going to start with Ripley. I really want to see if I can interact, and I think it's like a difficulty 4. It's on the card in this book. Yeah, so I have to roll Marine die and get a 4 or less. So let's see what... I really wish there was a way I could focus this. Oh, I got it. Okay, great. So 4, so that means Newt joins as a character, so we'll just put her right here. She and Ripley will activate at the same time, I think. Let me make sure. Oh, you know what? I did mess up one thing. She was supposed to have moved away, so she would have moved, because she'd move away from the Marine characters, so she would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would have had to move Ripley as her other action and then calmed her down. I forgot to do that last round. So just like the movie, she's going into the tunnel systems and getting away from us. So now she is part of Ripley's card, so she could, I think, activate again, because she activates the same turn as Ripley. And there's nothing that says I can't. So her card actually indicates that she'd move twice, but I don't think... like, if she keeps doing that, she would end up... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I think that's fine, because this is the farthest she can go. But what's weird about that, that's fine. We're going to do that, and then we'll say she did that, and then we'll just have Gorman expend his Do It Fast. So that way, she could have taken 3 actions. And then, so she caught up to Newt, convinced Newt to join her. Newt's calmed down. Newt gets to activate because it is Ripley's turn. Newt has speed of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's going to head back this way because I gotta get her off the board. I only have 1 more round to prepare before being swarmed with aliens. Alright, so that Hicks is next. Hicks, I was gonna have you, I guess I could still have you do it. Man, the only thing that's gonna suck though is Hicks could be in real big trouble if they... I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him move back 2 here. I wanted to weld this, but we'll weld this instead. We'll try having him do... actually, we'll just discard this card. So, the Arc Welder. So, he's going to weld that. Barricade Shot. And then, as his second action, he's going to rest and draw 2 cards. So, he also... I forgot, he draws another card as part of his abilities. And he can exhaust to reroll a card, too. So I could play one of these. Actually, we are. I think we are. I think this would be a good time to play Squad of Ultimate Badasses. So with this, I reveal a card. It's a yellow. So each Marine may make 2 moves in any direction. Marine, though. I don't know if there's no keywords on these cards, so I'm assuming when it says Marine, it includes Ripley. I don't see why not. So we'll have Ripley move 2, so I'll move her here. I don't think it should include Newt. She's not obviously a Marine. I think it makes more sense not to include Ripley, so because she's not a Marine. So we're gonna have all the other Marines go. So we'll have Hudson. He'll come into here. That way he can at least provide covering fire if something pops out. And then we'll also have, actually we'll have him step here and we'll have her step here. That way we kind of got a lot of angles covered there. Then here, I want to have him come up 1. I want to have him move over. I kind of want to have him right here. Okay. So that was Corporal Hicks. Next we do, Hudson. Hudson's special ability is I can recycle a number of cards. So basically I can put these into the, I can put cards in my hand into the deck and draw new ones if I want to. But I don't think I'd want to because I want to expend them to shoot. So I don't think I'm going to be using it a lot. So I'm going to have him take... the alien still can't arrive this turn, so it's not worth increasing his aim. I'm going to do a rest action. I kind of wanted him to stay there. Well, we'll have him do a move, and then we'll just draw 2 cards. And that should be enough for now. So, good. He has, it's reading right, man. Look. So I can close tunnels. So sometimes tunnels can open up depending on the blip cards. That's good to have. All right. Next is Vasquez. Vasquez, you have to move there, I guess, now, which is a little, so close. I'm going to have actually you move back. I think we have enough firepower there, Hicks, and I don't want you to be overwhelmed. You're too important. So I moved, and then I'm going to focus, or draw 2 cards. And then at the end of her activation, I draw another card. Oh, I should draw another card for Hicks. So since it's a yellow, it goes into his hand. So many special, or for Hudson, there's so many special things on it. So unfortunately, she draws Game Over Man, which would have been more appropriate for Hudson to draw. So I have to reveal this card until I get a blue. Or until I get so many cards. Uh-oh. This is bad. So I have to shuffle this back, and we have to reveal these 5 cards. So 5 cards. So, oh, it's really bad. Discard all revealed cards except for the hazard. And then we discard. So Game Over Man and a bunch of cards go in the discard pile, which is bad because it will, I think these go in the exhaust, so they'll come back in later. So for the narrative structure, these cards, like, I get less next time. So that's really bad. All right, so that's Vasquez. He gets to move 2. I don't want to move 2. I just want to keep the door open. He's got plenty of... Yeah, I think, it doesn't matter if I aim. I guess I could, no, I don't want to shift door 1. I think this is really good, because then that way I can see down the corridor and potentially shoot. But I only get to shoot when they're revealed. Oh, I'm sorry, defensive fire is when they get here. But I gotta stay here just to at least see them. Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna draw 2. So, he drew another flamethrower. That's kind of interesting. So he'll do a rest, and then maybe I should just attempt to weld this shut. If I weld it shut, yeah, I think it's best to try that. So he's got a tech skill 6. I got a 1. So I'm going to weld this shut. Just to help stop. If I don't think it's as important I shoot him. If I can just get her and get out of here quickly enough, it doesn't matter. And then finally is Gorman. Gorman will draw 2 cards at the end of the turn. Gorman, what's your move? Your move is 4. We're going to put you here, and then we're going to try to weld that shot. Because I don't care about cards too much because he's got so many. So a 3, his tech is 6. So then he welds this shut. And then at the end of the turn, he draws 2 cards. Okay. So we got, this is the end of turn 2. So starting in turn 3, I'll start drawing the aliens. So I think we're in pretty good shape. We're probably going to get, Ripley's not going to get past here, but we're going to get like pretty close to here before everything goes the way of the swarm. So then we got to see what these 2 do. 6. So it's going to make it right there. Its movement wouldn't bring it beyond, so we'll just have to see next round if it will break down the barricade. But it's right on the other side. And then we'll reveal how many aliens that really is. All right, turn 3. So we'll start with Ripley. We just want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we should start with Newt and get her. They go at the same time, so it's not too bad. We're going to get Newt there and then Ripley here. All right, Newt. Hopefully we can hold this all down. So that's 2 moves for Ripley. Hicks. So this is the turn where aim may come in handy if they break down and start showing up. So I am gonna draw cards for you. You draw 1 at the beginning. So we're gonna aim. So your aim goes up to 8, and then you're gonna get total 3 cards. Oops. All right. So you're all ready, Hicks, to start shooting this turn. Hudson. Do I want to pull you back? I think I do. I think I want to pull you back too. And then I guess it's foolish for me to even having done that. And then I want to do an aim. And then you'll get 1. We'll reveal a card. It's blue. Blue for him. I can look at the top card of the motion tracker deck. And then I can place it at the bottom if I don't like it. So they're inside the perimeter. This is the tunnel one. I don't want the tunnel one. We'll place it at the bottom. At least not yet. Because it'll literally open a tunnel somewhere and here, and aliens just start pouring out. Hudson's done. Vasquez. Vasquez, you've got... It takes 2 activations, though, for you, so you definitely want to draw a card. Let's have you aim. Which I forgot to reset it, so you go from 8 to 9. Let's have you draw... Ooh, I actually don't want to draw because I know there's so many bad cards in there. So let's just have you back up. You got kind of slow movement, so we're going to have Vasquez back up by her. Frosty, you're just going to stay Frosty. I don't want you to draw more cards either. Oh, Vasquez, you do draw 1 card at the end. And you get an additional aim. Because it's a blue one. So you're actually up really high. And ooh, I'll reshuffle this when we need to. Frosty, I don't want you to draw more cards. You have, I think what we can do, yeah, let's just put you there, and then let's have you take a name. No, I don't really want to be there. We'll have you take 2 aims. We're going to need them. And then Gorman, you might as well, I mean, you're the lieutenant, you lead by running away. And then you'll take an aim as well. So the problem with drawing these cards is now that I know there's like, I'll shuffle them here, but now that I know there's like 3 really bad cards in here, there's a much higher chance until I start exhausting cards of drawing something really bad this round. All right. So that's all my preparation. Everybody is as far as they can be. I really want to get Ripley and have her survive, so she needs to just book. Actually, should I spend a card? Gorman. Well, that's a recycle. I think I am going to have... I don't think he has the card to do it. I kind of want her to take another action, but I'm not... yeah, we'll play Dwayne's Keep Moving. Oh, I don't want to ring. So it'll just let her, and that should actually have been recycled. I can play any time. That's fine. We'll play it now. So she can draw. She can move an additional 2 spaces. Oh, this is bad. I don't want her to be there. But I can't go past. All right. We'll just have to hope defensive fire holds, and we'll have to use pulse grenades. Or M40 grenades. It's pulse rifle. Okay. So now the alien's turn. So first we see how far they move. 3. Then we test the door. So they need to get a 4 above. Shoot. So they just tore through this barricade. They're going to go 1, and it's going to be revealed. So it's a 3 stack. We'll put that in a second. So 1, 2. He'll get defensive fire. And then this one will go 1, 2. It'll be revealed. It's a 5 stack. It'll probably go this way. 3. So it won't be able to reach anybody yet. So let's replace those with the aliens. Okay, so there's the stacks. So in this game we use stacks. So this is a swarm of 5, this is a swarm of 3. Since it moved within 1 square of him, he can do defensive fire, and it's 4 away from Frosty, so Frosty can also do defensive fire. So it basically means he gets to get a free round of shooting. So we'll have Hicks go first. Hicks is going to use his pulse rifle, so he has to basically discard a card. He's got aim of 8, so 8 or less, 10, so he misses. And that's really unfortunate, because if he would have... Oh, can I re-roll that? Do I have anything that let me re-roll that? I really want to re-roll that, because the problem is that if he misses, he can't keep shooting. And there is a card that lets you re-roll, but I don't know if I have it. Oh, okay. So he missed. So he just started opening up shooting. So this goes down. It should have been at a 9. So it goes down to 8. Because every time you shoot, your aim goes down. So this gets exhausted. We could still have... There's other cards that will let him take an action. So we'll see what happens here. Because Frosty will open up. Frosty... I think he can actually... He has to choose a space that's 2 away. Oh man, why have I own charge? Oh, Frosty, this is really bad because you'll hit Hicks. Oh, this is so bad. The problem is he chooses the flamethrower, so he can choose the space, but he's gonna hit everybody. He's gonna hit both. Because it's a very short range, powerful weapon. He does have a backup weapon, but only hits on a 3 or less. I mean, we might as well. We'll use his backup pistol. I miss. So this goes down to 1. I don't have to exhaust a card to use it. But I can exhaust a card to make a second attack. So why don't we play Shoulder Lamp here, and then we'll get another shot. I still miss. Oh, do I have anything that would help me? I don't. So this is really bad, because then I may end up having Hicks already die. So we're gonna try this. Have you ever been mistaken for a man? So I draw a card. It's green. Choose another character. They may take an action. So we're gonna have him shoot again. So he exhausts a card. He's at an 8, so I need 8 or less. Great. So he killed 1, so there's 2 left. Since it's a pulse rifle, I'll exhaust another card. I now shoot, I need a 7. Got it. And so there's 1 left. I'll exhaust another card. And now I need a 6. Great. So he goes down to 6, because he loses 1 each turn. I exhaust 3 cards, and basically I kill all the aliens there. This game really very much feels like an explosive, like all of a sudden the aliens are just all around you. Here, there's no defensive fire yet, because it's not, the stack's not adjacent to a character. Great. That's done. So the blips, oh, I'm going to move these blips because they don't matter anymore now that we found her. They went, there's no other aliens on the board to go, so now we're going to place 6 of these. And so I think just for ease of use, so we'll do this one. We have Alien Vanguard, so that's going to place a blip at 2, a blip at 1, a blip at 4. So those are our 6 cards. To make it easier, I'm going to go ahead and set up the board with these, and then we'll show it after it's set up and review what happened. Okay, so here's the board. We have a stack here of 2 aliens that showed up at number 3. We have another stack of 4 aliens that came out here. This should be on the board. We have 2 blips. Actually, these blips are... I had to get rid of the barricade due to one of the cards. And so when that happens, actually I'll get to see these. So we'll set these up in a second, but there's a stack of 5 and a stack of 3. And then we have 3 separate ones showed up here, and they did burst through the barricade, which is really unfortunate. And then in addition, I drew the Intelligent Foe one, which would bring this back from the discard. We'll just put it in the exhaust pile, so it's going to get shuffled back in, which is really, really bad. So these cards get put here. And then, so we got a ton of aliens just pouring out everywhere. In addition to which, we need to put the stacks here. Alright, so just like the blip, a blip when spotted will complete its activation, really? So, alright, so this is... I can still do it, but I think I'm going to have some losses. Ripley, you would have actually got a chance to do defensive fire. So let's resolve that really quick, because the alien is within 1 square of you. Actually, both of you can do defensive fire. The alien doesn't get a chance to attack, though, because the aliens have already activated. So this is a reveal. The blip, they're coming out of there, so these characters get to do something about it. But the alien won't get to attack until next phase. So let's do, Ripley, you don't have any cards to exhaust, so unless I use a grenade, which maybe I should because it's a really big stack, there's nothing I can do. But we could go ahead and have Hudson. Hudson has a lot of cards, so let's just throw away one of them and start shooting. So he's got right now an aim of 7. He hits, he kills 1. So we'll keep going. Aim of 6, kills 1. And then, man, all his other cards are really good. So, he's actually going to exhaust. So he has a last stand. He's not going to use it for shooting, but I am going to play right now to barricade this door. And then he's going to do a, okay, what do I do now? So now I need a 5. Got it. So that's 3 of them dead. 1, 2, 3. And I might as well just keep going for broke and play, we got knives, we got sharp sticks, but he needs a 4. Oh, I got it. So basically, the aliens jump out of that right by Ripley. Hudson, unlike the movie, competently, is that a word? Just annihilates all the aliens coming in. Oh, and defensive fire over here. So Gorman would get a chance, and so would Frosty, because he's forced. Actually, all of them would get a chance when these aliens popped up. So I think Frosty's going to go first, because now I can target this square. Oh, that'd get Gorman. Do I care? Oh, he can target this square, and then he'll get 3 of them. So he's going to discard 2 for his flamethrower. And these are the 2 I want. Let's do these 2. The 2 weapon cards. And basically he does an attack 7 against all the aliens in the area. One's dead. One's alive. Oh, crap. So that one dies. And then Gorman, you need to do something. So you're going to exhaust 1 card, take a shot, 6, and miss. Thanks, Gorman. And I guess that's it. Gorman may have difficulties this coming round. So now it's next round. Oh, yeah, she can't shoot yet because Defensive fires only when they're right next to you. So all the dials get reset to 6. Or not reset to 6, reset to their default aim. And now, like, basically these cards kind of act like the character's endurance and their ammo, and like I'm running low. So I have to clear the way to get Newt to the end of that corridor. My turn. I really want Ripley to survive too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, Ripley can't go first. Hudson has to go first. So we'll have, not Hudson, Vasquez. We'll have Vasquez go. She only has to exhaust 2 to shoot her gun, because she's a special character. I need to start annihilating the stack so I can get by it. Newt can, so there's nothing in the game that says you can't run by him, but I don't want to have Ripley standing right next to this. So she rolls 2, and she needs to get an 8 or less. Discard the highest. So she kills one of them with this large stack. And then she's going to keep shooting because it's full auto. And she's going to exhaust 2 more cards. Roll again, so she needs 7. Alright, so she's whittling down this insane stack of aliens. Great. But then she runs out of ammo, basically. It's because she took 2 attack actions. Alright, and I guess I don't really have it. Well, So next would be Frosty. Frosty doesn't actually have... Oh, before I'm done, Vasquez will draw Blinding Rage. Okay, so she's Blinding Rage at the aliens bursting out. So that'll impact her next time. Frosty, you don't have enough cards, so unless you... Oh, I forgot to draw for him last time. For the defensive fire, I should have drawn a card. Blue. So he could have moved up to 2 spaces. I don't really want him to move. It doesn't make sense to do that. Well, we'll have him move here just to be... Maybe I should move... No, that's too far away. I gotta keep trying to clear this. So, oh, I can seal the door. He can't, the only way he's gonna be able to shoot is if I rest and then I can shoot. But this huge stack coming down the way is gonna be very problematic. I think he's gonna, let's have him attempt to seal the door. Great. So he does barricade this, and then I'm gonna draw 2 cards for him. So he can shoot the flamethrower defensively. And then, yeah, he's done. Gorman, you got to take out these guys next to you. So let's spend a card. Aim 5 is not the best. And see if you can do it. Okay, so you killed this one. Now we'll take a second shot at aim 4. And we missed the other one. So I throw away 2 cards. But I did kill at least 1. And then at the end of his activation, he draws 2 more cards. Oh, and they're dual hazards. Oh my god, Gorman. Alright, so I think what would actually happen first is I actually should have drawn this one. And resolve it. So, and then I would have drawn this, and then this would have been discard 6 cards, and then discard this card. So then I would have gone 1, 2, and then we'll have to... This will go into exhaust. Oh man, Gorman. I don't know if it matters too much what's in here. And then I discard 4 more. It's not going to be good for next time. Gorman's done. Ripley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I risk Ripley being taken by the aliens, but I gotta do it. I gotta get her out. 10. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? She's gonna use her pulse grenades. I have to discard this card, but she'll target here, and then I roll for each. I do basically an attack for each of the aliens, and on a 6 or less, they're dead. 1 dead, 1 alive, 2 dead. So she used her pulse grenades. Got that stacked down. Newt. Yeah, Newt activates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really want her to go one more. But that's because she has to get out. Hicks. Hicks, you have no ammo. So we're going to have you take a rest. And you draw a flare, and then you draw a game over man. So hopefully you reveal. Alright, so then these all go into discard. 1 is enough to shoot. I think I'm going to shoot this alien. He's got an aim of 7 right now. So I need a 7 or less. 2. Great. So clear the way for Ripley. But he's out of cards. But he actually, he does draw 1, which I always forget about. Hudson. Oh man, Hudson. I think you just run away. Like, I'm not... These guys are going to keep coming, but they can only go 6, so I'm not going to get there. I think, Hudson, you have a movement of 4, so I think we do 4, 8, and just try to pull everyone back to the exit. And then Vasquez, you have Blinding Rage. So you activate, but I have no cards to exhaust. At the end of your character's activation, if you do not attack or aliens this turn, discard 3 cards, which I still don't have any cards to exhaust. But, yeah. So, I think she's just going to move 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hate to do that to her, but, yeah. We just got to start trying to get them out and relying on the body armor to keep them alive. Wait. She already went. Huh. Sorry. She opened up on that stack of aliens. So I am done. Alien's turn. Blips, go first. And actually, to help me start remembering who went, we'll start using this token and put it on there so I know as I go around. Aliens go first. So, or I mean, Blips, but there's no Blips. Aliens, he's already in contact with Gorman. Gorman has to roll defensive dice. Defense is 4. He rolls a 6. He fails. It's not high enough to be killed, so I believe he's knocked down. And then if I fail a second time, he's basically dragged away. These aliens will move. So there's 1 in the front of the stack, moves 6. So it's going to come here, and it needs to pop that barricade. And then this one will move right next to it. So this one will pop the barricade. Completely just destroys the barricade. Frosty gets to do defensive fire, which he's going to have to use his flamethrower. So he's going to exhaust 2 cards. He will then make an attack 7, so we'll target it here, so it hits all the aliens. The first stack in it has 3, so let's see, 7 or less. 1 dead, 1 dead. And then the second stack has 5 total. 2 dead, 4 dead, 5 dead. So he kills the entire second stack. But these 2 stacks are here. So then it's a defensive roll. And I keep somehow removing the spawn point. Oh, I moved it with. So there's 2 aliens. So it's going to be a -1 defense. His defense 5, so he needs a 4. He fails it, he's knocked down. Alright, so they're going to start grabbing characters. And then this one goes 5. Alright, then I draw blip cards. So there's 6 characters, so we're going to draw these 4. Plus 2 more. So Alien Lurker, Alien Scout, Overwhelming Horde. They're inside the perimeter. That's the one I don't really want, but I'm kind of like... I just need to get some characters off the board at this point. And then 2 more. Alien Assault and Intelligent Foe. So I'll go ahead and set up the blips, and then we'll see where the board's at. So here's the board. We got a bunch of aliens popped up here, which is really bad. A hole popped up, probably in the ceiling. A bunch of aliens dropped down next to Vasquez. These 2 aliens are here. And then we have 2 blips here, 2 blips there. So this is really the turn where I need to like kind of make it or break it. I gotta get at least 2 of the characters off the board with Newt. So I gotta kill that one that's next to Newt for sure. There would be defensive fire. Gorman can't. And the way he could do defensive fire here, but I don't have any cards. Vasquez doesn't have any cards either. So here's where things are at. It's my turn. Who is going to go first? I kind of want Ripley and Newt to go. That way Newt can just exit. Ripley, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Ripley can exit. So let's do that. We're starting here. Newt's going to go away. And then Ripley's going to do a double move and leave as well. So they're running away as the aliens are engaged. Hicks is next. I have 1 card, so I could do 1 round of shooting and I could move. So, or I could just leave. Speed 4. How much do I care about these other characters? I feel like if I don't get them off the board. I have a pulse grenade. Oh, he's got a pulse grenade. I could pulse grenade that whole group. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double move. I think I'm going to have him go too. That way, I for sure will win the game. Hudson has a pulse grenade. So, Hudson, you're going to move 4. I just got to keep moving. You're going to use... Oh, before Ripley left, I am going to just backpedal a bit. I wanted her to use her medical scanner to stand. I either stand up Frost or I stand up. Gorman can spend an action stand up. Oh. Well, knockdown's really bad. So basically, they won't stand up until the next alien turn, so they miss all actions this turn. So I could do this to stand 1. I could do the medical scanner to stand 1 of them back up now. So it's kind of like, who do I want to survive? Lieutenant Gorman, who just draws a ton of endurance cards, or Frosty with that wonderful, wonderful flamethrower. Now, I would still have... I kind of want Gorman, because Frosty's abilities... He moves a bunch, which is nice, but he's very mobile. But I think I'd rather have card draw. So she'll have done that to stand him back up. Alright. So he moves here. He's going to use a pulse grenade on this one. So our M40 grenade, which I'm just kind of like blowing through these, and hopefully we'll get some back for next game. So 6 damage to all of them, or not 6 damage, potential at difficulty 6 for all of them. So there's a stack of, I think this is 5. Yeah, so there's a stack of 5. So 2 alive, 2 dead, 3 dead. So burn that stack down. And then these 2 are each 1, so we'll just roll for both of them. They're both dead. Alright. Vasquez. Vasquez, you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could keep shooting, but like... Oh, you have Blinding Rage. You have no cards on you. You're just gonna... Oh, before I forget, he draws a card. It's a blue. And if it's a blue of him, he can look at the top card of the motion tracker and potentially discard it. So... I don't care about that one. That one can stay. Vasquez, you're just going away. 4. Oh, if I run up there, I'm going to be... It doesn't matter. Like, you just got to try to get... So she's going to run like that. You know what, actually, what I forgot to do, because I'm still new to the game, is I have body armor and M4 helmet. So this lets me reroll defensive rolls. So I could have rerolled Gorman's, but we'll just say Gorman's went and failed. But I do want to see if Frosty, he should have been able to try a reroll. So we'll use this body armor first. It didn't work. Then we'll try his M4 helmet. And that didn't work either, so it doesn't matter. But at least I did it right, so he exhausted all of his armor. Alright, so that's Vasquez. Frosty can't go. Gorman pieces out. So, yeah, unfortunately the grunts are taking all the aliens. Alien turn. So, what's going to happen with... Oh, blips first. So this blip should actually be revealed because she can see it. So it's not... It shouldn't have been a blip anymore. The minute she can see it, it gets revealed. So this one and this one. This is a 2. Okay. So these are the only active blips. So let's see how far they move. 4. And you know, the other thing, aliens just move... No, I've been doing that right. Blips move, alien activation. So they're going to take Frosty, and so one disappears with Frosty. Let me check that it's not... I don't think it's the stack that disappears, but it might be. No, it's just the one. So one of them disappears, taking Frosty. This alien will go next against Hudson. Hudson has no cards, but he does have body armor. So let's roll a defensive roll, and if it fails, I can try to do the body armor. 5. Hudson's defense is 6, so he fends off the attack. Vasquez has 2 on her. That means her defense is 3. Oh, she failed, so we'll try body armor. Nothing. Then we'll try the M4 helmet. Oh, I don't roll. I see what happens. Nothing. So Vasquez gets knocked down. Then this stack will move, and it's going to move 6, so it's basically going to come up here and go after Hudson. He has defensive fire, but like he has no cards, so it doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I think basically all the rest of them are going to be taken. Hudson, you got a -3. So you have a defensive 3. And you have body armor. So let's see what happens when I exhaust body armor. I rolled a yellow, so I can re-roll this. 8. So it doesn't matter. So Hudson's knocked down. And honestly, that's in a game. Because there's no way they're going to be able to get back up to get off the board. Not the amount of aliens come in. So let's do a quick recap. Well, that was crazy. I really feel like this game does feel like the Aliens movie. I mean, you had some peace and quiet at first as you're trying to look for Newt, and all of a sudden the aliens just come out of everywhere. And I thought it might do better than what I did, as far as like, get more characters off the board. But I won. And I got kind of like the core characters that survived the movie outside of Gorman, which was kind of a bonus off. But it hurts to have lost Frosty, Vasquez, and Hudson. So I'll have to think about what I want to do next. If I want to do the second scenario and just not worry about them, or if I want to try to do the rescue scenario and go in and get them back. Like, I don't know if it's worth... I guess I could potentially trade like grunt versions of them to get because the grunt versions don't have their special abilities. So like, for example, Vasquez, when she shoots that very large gun of hers, she only has to discard 2 cards to activate it, where normally a grunt version has to do 3, so it's very difficult to shoot those. So I'll have to take a look at the scenarios and figure out what I'm going to do next. I really enjoyed the game. That was fun. I like that it was quick. I'm actually hoping to play it with some friends of mine where we actually each play a different character, just to kind of change things up. And I'd highly recommend everyone to check it out. The miniatures are also great. I'm really excited that they're coming out with more of the movie characters and the loader, and they also released, and the queen, and then they're also going to release the tank, the APC. It's not tank, APC. That was only done in limited runs, and I don't know if there's going to be a scenario with it, but I really hope so. I do have that on the way, and that'll be an easy paint. So if it comes in, we'll definitely have to do a game there. So let me know your thoughts, questions, concerns. If you own the game, you played it, let me know how you like it, or if I got any of the rules wrong. The rules are fairly simple. What I tend to forget, though, is that the cards in hand can be discarded to do stuff. And I often think that, like, it's just ammo, because you have to expend them to shoot them, your weapon, too. So I normally, like, hoard those cards unless they're really, really good. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time. Thanks.